Hello, parish family. We come now to the general examination of conscience, which Ignatius offers to purify oneself and to make a better confession. He begins by explaining that the different thoughts that come to mind come from three sources. The first, oneself. The second, the good spirit, namely God. And the third, the evil spirit, the devil. What I think is worth mentioning is Ignatius's consideration on thoughts. He says that there are two ways in which one can merit from an evil thought that comes from outside oneself. The first is when a thought of committing a mortal sin comes to one, and the person resists it immediately, and the thought remains conquered. The second way to merit is when this same bad thought comes, and we resist it, but it keeps coming back, and we resist it continually, until it's finally overcome and the thought goes away. This second way gains even more merit than the first. Further, Ignatius explains that one sins venially when this bad thought of committing a mortal sin comes to one, and he or she gives some heed to it, dwelling on the thought slightly, or admitting some pleasure from it. Or when one somewhat slacks in repulsing the thought. This is sinning venially. Ignatius explains that there are two ways to sin in thought mortally. The first occurs when one consents to the bad thought, intending at the time to carry out said sin whenever possible. And the second way of sinning mortally occurs when one actually carries out the sin. This is the graver for three reasons. First, it requires longer time. Second, greater intensity. And third, greater harm to oneself and to others. So this Ignatius includes in his spiritual exercises as a way of examining our conscience, especially in the realm of thoughts.